Hey, welcome back to On.Point.Paradise. I ain't about to say terror because Lord knows I can't say it right. But welcome back. I'm your host, Bree, and this is my channel. Keep in mind that energy is fluid, very fluid. So roles and everything can be switched, flip flop, switcheroo. Um, I'm just here to deliver messages. If it doesn't fit, please do not force it. If it resonates with you, take what resonates and leave the rest for someone else who may need or want some guidance. Um, so I'm in my morning phase right now. Of course, I had to get my coffee. Eat my coffee. Sorry, eat my coffee. But we're going to do a general collective reading on um, the energy shift that's happening right now. I am going to do this is new, but hey, it's a learning experience for all of us. What I do like to do though, when I'm dealing with my oracle cards or even tarot cards, I like to write my questions down so I know that I have the focus points simply because I can move, or what others consider um, distractions. I can move about in my mind. I'll be all over the place. So I'll be wanting to have a direct question so I can understand and deliver the message um, in the most balanced way. Okay, so I got my cards ready. They already cleansed. I will shuffle on the camera so that way, we do this together. Okay, so all right, now all right. Whew, it's kind of cold outside, y'all. I just came from outside. Sorry, but let me get my book real quick. Ugh. So, I wrote my questions down. I'm going to ask them. Okay? All right. So, what is the shift about in the general collective at this time? Source. What is the shift about in the general collective at this time? I had to bring out my big babies. I love these cards. Source. What is the shift about in the general collective? I learned a few things from when I first started off with my cards to what it is now. And the different sides of the body, how some people say, cut with your left hand, cut with your right hand, and all of those things. I kind of felt that. I understood that on a whole nother level. Because you have your dominant and your non-dominant side. Um, it's weird. Sometimes they say, your left represents your logic and, your right represents your creativity. And then, your left side is your feminine side, your right side is your masculine side. And while I can understand those things, they kind of do match up. They kind of make a lot of sense. Because when I first started off, I was cut with my right hand and I could feel the aggression and how quick I wanted to take action. Like, hold on now, wait. But I'm right handed also, so I had to understand, like, that's why I be on the go. So, within the time that I haven't been doing readings or whatever, I started to switch how I wanted to read and what was authentic to me. And Yes, I'm very versatile in many areas of my life, but this particular journey for me, this has been long, long, long. The cards just came into place in the last 2 years. So I'm learning to work with the cards, but energy, it's an automatic read. There's nothing to not know. What I would say is, though, it can throw you off or make you confused and all of those things. So when you find yourself in a place of confusion, I'm gonna put this up on here. When you find yourself in a place of confusion, and this is just from my personal experience, instead of trying to figure out why you're confused, ask yourself questions of what, who, when, where, and how. And then if those don't work, have no fear. Take the little bit of faith that you have and hold on to that sheep. I swear, it'll get you through. But back to the reading. What is this shift about in the general collective spirit? Source. God in the universe. Source, what is this shift about in the general collective? Gotta have my cards warm up. Like I said, I just pulled them out. I cleansed them because I ain't used them in a while. Ah ha ha. Alrighty. The shift that is happening with the general collective at this time is the number 7. Lucky number 7. Yeah. Goddess of creation. Oh, my light sucks right now. Hold on, y'all. Let me fix it. The goddess of creation. And it has everything to do with transformation, creativity, and wholeness. Now, I would read the description of that, but and I'm saying this just to be kind, because again, I said I was going to open up. I'm going to open up. Baby, I've been having nothing but that happen in the last 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 months. Like, it's been like gut punching, mind blowing, heart open. You're crying, you're going through some shit. You don't know what the fuck's going on. You just don't know. But you feel it. And that's one thing that I can honestly say. I may not use my mind all the time. Okay, Lord. Okay. But this heart, oh, it just be picking up. So, hear me when I say this. What's happening in the general collective, everyone is going through. They're going through this transformation of creativity and wholeness. And this is really going back. Not so much as going back into the troublesome thoughts in our minds or the trouble experiences that we have, but rather going back to pick up those gifts that we left. See, when we deaded the situation in the past, we deaded it all. We didn't think that we had things to take with us that was of use for this time now. So, how can I say this? A friend of mine, him and I were having conversations, and oh, they're so motivating. However, that's just part of the ordeal, is finding your creative side. And that was something that he pointed out. He was like, I haven't been creative lately. And I'm like, yeah, that's what's needed, because we're crashing down we're tearing down the area where we have a choice, and we don't have to be what the world, the mundane world, wants us to be. We, as long as we find in our own creativity in ourselves, we will also find our wholeness as well. You feeling a missing piece in your life, it's in you. It ain't outside of you, it's in you. Once you get to that area of your life and you understand it, yeah, that was treacherous, that was some horrible crap that I went through. However, it was beautiful. Like, the transformation itself was beautiful, but the things that you learn, the lessons that you learn, the seeds that you sown, whether they be good or bad, it's all going to come back. It's just, what are you going to do in the process of learning about yourself? Yes, we can learn about other people. Don't get it messed up, okay? Everyone has reflected something of the sort that is within us. And that's something that I made clear on my little TikTok video. Yeah. I've been trying to get out there, y'all. I'm kind of camera shy, but I'm loud. I don't be caring. But the goddess of creation, transformation, creativity, and wholeness. So, how I came to understand that was I went back to a time where, in my life, where I didn't have any worries. I also pinpointed times when I was secluded and how happy I was being by my damn self. And used to get mad when people pulled me out of my damn bubble. Used to get upset. Like, I want to fight you. You pulled me out of the bubble. But it also brought me back to a time where I felt I was bigger than I actually felt. I also felt that there was more to life than what I was seeing and feeling and what people were telling me. So a lot of times when I went to speak about my imagination and the things that I thought and the things that I felt and the things that I was really excited about, i.e., spirituality, astrology and all of those things. Don't get me wrong, I grew up in the church too. Don't do that. However, I was a challenger. I challenged the thought process of those that I, encountered in church. And, when they didn't have an answer, I didn't, shame them or anything. I just was like, well, your thought is your thought. My thought is my thought. Now I'll keep it to myself. But I learned how to keep stuff to myself so much that I became closed off when it came to expressing what I truly felt, what I truly knew inside. I always told people, I don't have to go out and look for the truth. I can sit right where the hell I'm at and get the truth. And the fact that I got a knack for digging deep, I mean, I be getting deep. And, those things really intrigue me. I'd be like, "Ooh, how deep can I go? Let me get down there then. Let's get to the bottom of this." That's me. That's my energy. But allowing society to have a hand on how I perceive myself is what caused me to not dig deep on what I know to be true to me. And it wasn't until I went through a lot of tower moments myself. Don't, don't think that these tower moments are bad. No, they're not always bad. It's our perception of it being bad. But me, I always looked at it like, well, shit, I learned the lesson. Thank God for the experience. Now I can move on. And then there's some times where, I stuck around for others. That's me, though. I'm not saying that's your story. I'm saying that that's me, and it may help. So, me going back to a space where I was carefree. I loved me entirely. I didn't care about what I looked like, what I wore, how people perceived me. Do you know how much I grew up off of you cuckoo, you crazy, girl, you too goofy. Ain't nobody gonna take you serious. And it was so crazy to the point where even though I didn't allow them to penetrate my mind up until I got teenager style, that age bracket, it wasn't up until then when I started to think and feel like what people were saying and thinking. And it was just like, well, what do I do to be liked? I wish I wouldn't have did that. However, I'm glad I did that because it allowed me to understand people on a more in-depth level and learn how to separate my energy from theirs, to separate my feelings from theirs, my thoughts from theirs, the way I carry myself, how high do I hold myself, so this transformation is all about getting back to that root creative side of you, to allow you to see how much more fruitful you are than what you perceive with your naked eye. Being completely naked and happy about it. That's basically what it is. Not being afraid of shaking up some damn foundations. Trust me, I'm one of them. I'll shake your shit up. And while my intentions are pure, they are. Because I just want to love. And I want everyone else to love. And be happy. That's really what it is. Be happy. If you don't be happy with anything around you, be happy with yourself. That's always been my motive. Ever since I was a young girl. Ever since I knew that I had a purpose. And I didn't need the outside world to tell me that I had a purpose. I just always felt it. So one of the many reasons why I'm back on the scene now, because I had to come out and not so much as tell my story. It's more of a share what you know. Share what others may think is crazy, but they know deep down that shit is real. So, here I am. Now, this transformation is huge. And it's happening with all of us. We're all in this transformation with creativity and wholeness, identifying our wholeness, and yes, it's gonna get tough sometimes. It is. However, you understanding yourself more than anyone outside of you, and you understanding that this is something that you must go through in order to get to that vision that you see yourself at, you're going to take those steps to go through them. I humbly accepted my journey, but I was afraid of what people may perceive of me. Now, going back to how I felt when I was a kid, it wasn't until I received that energy, that gift, to remind myself, like, hold the fuck on, I'm a whole vibe out here. If I rub people the wrong way, I can't keep trying to fix it. Because obviously, if I rub them the wrong way, it's something that's in them. How I respond to how they feel and what they think and what they do will solidify my own reflection. And when I understood that on a deeper level, I said, okay, now I'm ready to talk. So, here we are. All right. So, what seeds are being sown in the general collective? I don't think of myself as a tarot reader. That's why I said what I said earlier in the reading, because I noticed that when I first started purchasing cards, I was obsessed with the oracle of it. The tarot reading itself, I was intrigued by it, but not so much as I was the oracle. The fact that I've been doing oracle work without knowing oracle work, baby. Shit flow easy, right? Not when you're dealing with the mundane world. So sometimes you gotta take a step back. Not just because what you are seeing is causing problems, but how it's making you feel, and sit with it and understand it. So that way when you decide to make a decision, you can stand firm on your decision. Yeah, I have no idea the months that I went without reading. I was getting cussed out. Not just by my gods, not just by my ancestors, not just by source, because they was cussing me out. But I had the subscribers too, like, if you don't get your ass back on this, and I heard it, I was just like, I promise I'm gonna get back, y'all. It's just I got some shit to really like let out, and I'd rather spew it on the people and places that deserve it than to be giving it to people who don't. So, what seeds are being sown in the general collective? In the general collective, source. What seeds are being sown in the general collective? What seeds are being sown in the general collective? They own it. Okay, so what I was thinking when that card popped out at me, I'm thinking we all have light and dark in us. Okay? This metaphorical speaking of a god and a devil and all of those, they're nothing but a representation of our own personal energy within us. And it is our job as individuals to balance those things out. You can't get rid of the ego without getting rid of God. You can't get rid of the devil without getting rid of God. So if you think you're going to get rid of the devil, you're going to get rid of God too, because they go hand in hand. Now, how you perceive that, it is up to you. But when it comes to me personally, I don't have a problem with neither energy. I know when they need to show face though. So if I'm in my godlike energy, allow me to be that godlike energy. And when I'm in my devilish energy, one thing about me, my misery don't like company. I don't want no fucking body around. I don't even want nobody to call my phone. Don't care. I gotta be with myself for a moment and handle what I need to handle. So that way when it's time for me to step back out there, I'm giving what I'm supposed to give and not what I feel I should give because, you got some funny foo-foo energy. I kill them with kindness and keep it moving. So that card popped the hell out. Let's see what it is. Hey, hey, hey. Some of y'all is star seeds. What it is, what it do, baby. Hey. Come on now. Come on. So, the seeds that are being sown is the star seeds coming through. I'm sorry. I'm excited only because when I was doing my own little I do a guidance reading for myself every morning. I will eventually show you guys how I do for myself because I'm being encouraged to share that. That's one of the many reasons why I'm still talking, but I'm a talkative person too. God. But this came out for me yesterday, and I had to ask myself that question. I really had to sit here and ask myself the question, like, what lights you up? And what lights me up, this may seem mediocre, mundane. I'm just going to put it out there. Love. Love. For real. The real love. That is what lights me up. The love that I have for humanity is bigger than myself. The love that I have for my neighbors, even my enemies, anybody, any plant, any animal, I love. Yes, there are limits to love. I wouldn't even say limits. No, it's not limits. There are levels to love. And anytime that I ever tried to shut my heart off, it hurt. And I become reckless. That is me being in my devilish energy. But I love love so much that I am willing to walk that journey, walk that path that is meant to be that light of love. So, what lights you up? That might be the question for y'all today. What lights you up? It makes it even more crazy that today is 11/11, right? Manifestation day, right? What lights you up? Ask yourself that. Write that down. Because whoever I'm talking to may be a star seed. And it's a lot of those out here that don't even know. They don't even know they're star seeds. They just vibing with life, loving life. I love life. I love love. And I love the people. I do. Like, dude, I do. Can y'all get on my nerves? Absolutely. Doesn't mean I don't love y'all. I love all of y'all. So that's the question for today. What lights you up? For me, like I said, it's love. And I know love on a deep level. I don't know love surface space. I see it. I see it. But that deep in depth love, baby. Okay, so, all right. How I love on myself. I know y'all see that mirror in the back. And I have this thing that I've been doing since I was a kid. You know, when I have overactive emotions, I need to write them down. Write down what I'm feeling, what I'm going through. It's either that or dance it out, right? So lately I've been dancing all of this stressed energy because it's not that I'm feeling just the shift that's going on with the world because I'm included in the world. I'm also feeling a shift within myself that was pushing for me to be like, girl, if you don't get the fuck out there, we're gonna kick your ass. And I'm like, okay. So dancing is one of my ways to release energy, pent up energy. And but I also learned how to love on myself through my best friend who used to wake me up because I used to sleep through the day. She used to call me and wake me up like, bitch, if you don't get up, get dressed, put your lip gloss on and pop your earrings on and get the fuck outside. The sun is shining, bitch. We got shit to do. Now that was her. That's her energy all the time. I fucking love it. I love it. And it wasn't up until recently where I was consistently reminded without her telling me, without her calling me. It was just like her voice was in my ear, like, get the fuck up. You got shit you got to do, girl. Pop your lip gloss on, put your earrings on, go outside, catch some of that good breeze, catch some of that sun, walk in nature, girl, live, laugh, and love. That was always our thing. So I was feeling down because I've been going through a lot of transformational things that's been happening to me as well. Very personal, you know. Um, I just lost my last living grandparent in August. And while I understand death on a whole deep level, I wasn't mourning her death. I was mourning those who were going to be affected by it negatively. and I needed to show up for them. But I also, which is something that my grandmother always challenged me on, was to show up for myself too. So I had to show up for myself in a manner that made me feel good and whole inside. And then not even 2 months after she passed, I lost another living elder, which was our last living elder, which is her oldest sister, my auntie. She had just passed. And it was just like, bro. And it happened on my mom's birthday. So I was really tripped out. Like, I woke up happy. I'm about to hit my mom up, tell her happy birthday. I love her. I'm so glad that she made it another year. And then I get the call that my auntie passed, which is my last living elder on my mama side. And I bugged out. But I didn't bug out in a manner where I'm, like most people do. Most people will cry and all of those things. I really become blank faced a little bit when I'm hit with things like that because I got to process my emotions, but I also feel it. So I was feeling shit. And then the next day after that, my great niece, my niece had her child, which was joyful. And then a couple of days later, I lost another relative who was real close to me. I call him my B-Day twin because he got me by some years, but our birthdays is a day apart, and he was a great inspiration in my life as well. So I went through a lot in these last few months, and I knew all of that was happening for a greater purpose because I do have a hard time of letting go of people. And it's not so much as the people that no longer serve me. I want to hang on to every goddamn. I want to hold everybody. If I could put y'all in my arms, I would. Hold the hell out of y'all. Because I love. And I don't want no one to hurt. I don't want no one to feel pain. I don't want no one to feel like they don't have anyone. Because I know what it was like to be like that. And it made me understand that even more was that I wasn't just like this at my childhood. I went through this shit in my past life too. I didn't have anyone. I felt alone. I walked the earth alone. Probably was a little more in my devilish ways, all about me and not about anybody else because I felt alone. But I don't have to live off of my past life. Am I here to learn lessons from my past life? Absolutely. We all are here to either learn something or pay something back. So I'm paying my love forward to those who need it and deserve it. That's what I'm here for. Let's sow them seeds of love because it's a war on love. And spirituality definitely has a hand in that because spirituality does teach you to love and honor yourself as if you are the tree that's standing out front of your house, the grass that you walk on, the animals that you see passing by who just live freely. Love is free. If it wasn't, then why do we get to wake up every day to do something new? Why do we get up every single day to try something new? Because love is infinite. So, whew. A lot of channeling, right? All right. What is the initiation? I didn't mean to say that. What is the invitation or the medicine for the general collective at this time during the shift? I say share your story because you never know who you're helping, and I've always been a big advocate for that. I just had to get comfortable with sharing my story without feeling like I have to relive it. That right there is a lesson in itself. Definitely. lessening yourself. You can share your truth without reliving it. Because it's the afterthought that happens right after that. You keep feeling like you're reliving it, 9 times out of 10, you're going to relive it. If you think positive after that assessment, I'm hearing that, is it Biggie Smalls featuring 112? Sky is the limit when you know that you just keep on pressing on. Sky is the limit when you know that you can have what you want, be what you want, have what you want, be what you want. Hey, that rings true today. Hell yeah. I don't know why that shit just got me hype. Hold on, y'all. Stop playing. Cause I was a young girl that was bumping that shit, okay? Sitting outside my window on the roof, watching all the cars go by, all the kids outside playing, and it's just me and my boombox. Me and my boombox. Sky's the limit. Wow. Okay. What is the invitation and or medicine for the general collective at this time during this shift? That was the perfect song. Stop playing. That was the perfect song. Sky's the limit when you know that you you just keep on pressing on. Hey, keep pressing. Keep going. You gonna shake some shit up and that's okay. It's all right. Do it with love, though. Because people do shit for hate or do shit with hate. My intentions is always pure. So anything that I do, anything that I say, anything that I feel will always be wrapped with love. Anything I do is with love. What is the invitation and or medicine for the general collective at this time during the shift? That just made me too happy. Like, got my little stomach going. Little butterflies. I should be over all the butterflies. I don't know where that came from. I'm just saying. All right. What is the invitation or medicine for the general collective at this time during the shift source? Now, I do want to read this because I love this deck, but anytime that I get it, I just be like, I need to read this. So I will read it for you guys. But we got the number 63, which is the wind, and we have it in the medicine position. In this particular deck, it's medicine. It's not a reversal. So it's a lot of healing going on in the world today, okay? Or it's a lot of healing that's needed. And I'm going to read that for you guys because I love to make it make sense. Okay? And this is for all of us. It ain't just for me. It's for you too. Okay? All right. So, what I will do is read the essence of this card. And then we'll read the medicine. All right. The essence of this card, right? The symbol of the wind represents the element of air. It rules communication, thought, song, and inspired ideas. It also signifies change with qualities both positive and negative. The wind blows from each of the 4 directions, and there are different qualities bestowed by each. South carries a new sense of trust, helping you gently begin to discard habits and parts of you that are no longer needed. The West, calling you to more introspection, to a willingness to make final decisions, to let go of attachment and ego desires. North is moving to bring you wisdom and strength, and the East carrying clarity of vision and purpose. Whichever way the wind is blowing for you, the message which the wind whispers or shouts is a challenge. It may take courage at first to turn and face the wind, but you will find exultation in moving toward it and receiving its lessons. What's so funny about that? Wasn't I just talking about lessons? Well, let's go to the medicine, y'all. When the wind comes as medicine, you are being invited to recognize the value of chaos. Windstorms provide necessary chaos to clear the air and spread seeds so plants and trees can take root in new fields. Right now, it may seem as if your world has been turned upside down. But this is a temporary storm that will blow over. Perhaps communication has broken down between you and another, or your many to-do lists are overwhelming you. The medicine is to simplify, slow down, course correct if you need to, and wait out the storm to clean things up. Just note that all storms have great value if you can remain neutral during their course. Greater clarity and good things will come from it all. Remember, this too shall pass. I would say that sums up the reading, but I will be lying because I got about another 2 decks to pull out. Maybe. But that's spot on to what I'm expressing right now. World was turned upside down, but I had to keep pushing. I had to face it. Keep going. Have faith in myself. Step back, reflect, do the work inside. A lot of times we don't want to face what's really troubling us, but we need to. All right, so let's get some advice. What advice do you have for the collective? I'm going to try my best not to look. How many can I get out? There we go. All right, advice. Oh, snap. These are colors of the chakras as well. So we have here include. And I'm taking this as, include yourself. Okay. We have the root chakra, which is face the situation. They talking today. Then with the sacral chakra, we got choose something easier. So I'm taking it as, the chakras that may be affected is your root, your sacral, and your heart chakra. That may need some tuning today. So, source is saying face the situation. Choose something easier and include it. Sounds like a transformation to me. All right, let's wrap this up. The last card. The last card for today. Okay. What guidance do you have for the general collective? What guidance do you have for the general collective? What guidance do you have for the general collective, source? What guidance do you have for the general collective, source? What guidance do you have for the general collective, source? What guidance do you have for the general collective, source? I'm sorry. I don't know why. I just heard it. As soon as it hit, it was like, I got the power. That's not funny, but it's funny. Because that's the card that came out. Power. Power came out for you guys. Light sucks. Let me move this out the way a little bit. Power. Got power, you guys. The guidance today is power. Okay? You have power in you. You don't need the world to tell you you got power. You dig deep in yourself, you'll see it. Let's see. I got the power. I don't know. Hey, yo. This is real. Mountain thunder. That's what this power mean, y'all. Mountain thunder. I'm sorry, y'all, but I have to deliver it. Last week I shared a song. Actually, Friday I shared a song by Beyonce called Love Drought. Now, hear me out. I'm very in tune to music. I love music. Music is my own personal sanctuary. I will tune out the world when it comes to my music. Especially when it's something that I feel deep and I can't express it the way I want to. I will turn to music quickly. No hesitation. Music, I have a knack for that too. Oh my gosh, yes. But that song came across to me. I was talking about my best friend in this reading, which is something she used to always play when I came around. I used to be like, girl, why every time you do this, you just... She's like, because that's you, sis. And that's me too. And it's powerful. And I used to be like, girl, you make me... The song makes me feel like... Now, song is powerful. But she does talks about love drought. She talks about what you and someone could eventually build. You know? Maybe power. I mean, you're powerful within yourself. Don't get that twisted. But you could be powerful with someone else too. They understand their power and is willing to utilize their power in the manner that the universe wants them to use it, especially if it's for the greater good of humanity, seeing as though it is, because Starseeds is here. You get what I'm saying? There's a lot of power in it. There's a lot of power in love. There is a lot of power in love, baby. Shake your whole world up. Shit. Well, let me get to the read. Let me finish, let me finish, you guys. Woo! All right. It says, like the fist of God thrusting up toward the heavens, the stark, ragged mountains hold firm as thunderbolts crash down on all sides. The sound is deafening I'm talking too fast. The sound is deafening as it echoes from mountain peak to mountain peak. Mountains represent strength, power, and permanence, as well as being a potent symbol for attaining spiritual heights as they extend to the skies. Finish that. As they extend to the sky toward the heavens. Thunder and lightning traditionally represent surging power, enlightenment, and revelations of divine matters. Thunder ignites our deeper self and activates our primal and deep emotions. Together, mountain and thunder symbolize immense power, vitality, and strength. Now, before I read what this landscape wants you to know about yourself, baby, wasn't I just talking about all of that? Am I lying or am I lying? I need to know. Your feedback is necessary. Should I continue? I think I should continue. Okay. This is your time. Stop it! This is your time. This is the time to claim your power and step into your potential. This doesn't necessarily mean that you will be without fear. Bruh. Okay. You might feel uncertain, but do it anyway. Be courageous. Let the world hear your voice. Take a stand. Stand up for yourself and for others. See? I can be like a wrecking ball. Oh, I'm sorry. All right, let me finish. Ooh, share your passion. Teach from the heart. Write, and your words will have great meaning. Hold your body as if you are incredibly valiant, noble, and brave. After all, you are. You know what, y'all? Does all of this not match up to you guys? Like, what do y'all want me to say? What do y'all want me to say? Like, what do y'all want me to say? Come on, Starseeds, get your ass out. Power up. It's okay. You can always redirect. You know what I'm saying? But what lights you up? Bring that to the forefront. Source said, face that situation. Face the situation. That's what it says. Choose something easier. That means don't complicate yourself. You know? And include that. Include it. Include it. These are representing your chakras, these colors. Red, orange, and green. That may need to be worked on today. That's probably part of your manifestation. It's not like it ain't out here. I mean, yeah. Let me grab my card. All this green on here. The goddess of creation. Let's go. Let's go. You got everything you need inside you. Everything you need. Everything you need is inside you. Come on, bring it out. Bring it out, bring it out, bring it out. Come on, man. I do want to give a shout out to a couple tarot readers that was, lightweight, giving me life to get back out here. And I wouldn't say they was giving me life to get back out here in that sense. Because, like I said, I do this just generally on just me being in people's energy. Like I said, I don't have to go nowhere to pick this shit up. It's just, it be in me. But I want to give them a shout out because they were very encouraging to me. And there was a few of them that was on TikTok too that I was like, yo, y'all really like, let me find out my team, okay? Let me find out my team is going to people I ain't even come across to give me my message, to get the hell out and do it. If I can do it, you can do it. Just find what you're creative about. I'm creative when it comes to love, baby. And I'm open for it. I'm here for it. Okay? I'm here for it. So I hope that this guidance has helped you guys this morning. I'm hoping that everything that I talked about will help you on your journey in some way, shape, or form. Even if you're not experiencing these things right now, I hope that my message will find you in the right time. Okay? It's a lot of love out here. And you have a lot of love in you. And it's okay to share. Okay? It's all right. I hope this finds you. I hope this helps. And most importantly, I hope that you found love in this message. All right? I'm about to head on the stir. I got to go get some food in my belly because I love some food. Okay? Love and light, peace and prosperity, happiness and healthiness. Keep it going, you guys. I'm out. Peace.